again today to actually do another stream of Golden Kamuy, the anime series. Good to go, we're good to go, we're good to go. So yes, I mean, boy, it has returned. Golden Kamuy has returned in quite amazing fashion, actually. I mean, episode 13, episode 1 of season 2 was fantastic, I must say. I thought to myself, could they adapt? Could they adapt a fashion show correctly? And they did 100% adapt that fashion show like just the best thing ever. I was like, just anime is saved. Anime is saved, boy. So yeah, I mean, we did meet Edo Guy last week as well. Actually, was a fantastic character. Even in anime form, he's even better. I don't know how they've done it, but they made him even better in anime form. So yeah, I wonder what's happened this week. I wonder what insanity will happen in this week's episode of Golden Kamuy. Oh boy, I cannot wait. I cannot freaking wait. So anyways, let's actually put on Twitter. Actually gone live. So where are we? We are there. Gone live for Golden Kamuy, episode 14, and I like to think, are we good to go? We're good to go. We're good to go, boys. We're good to go. So yes, anyways, actually put into full screen old Crunchyroll before I forget. And let's get this show on the road. So in 3, 2, 1, let's just start this thing absolutely now. Actually can't believe they actually adapted that suit as well. Oh, they actually adapted 100%. See, I don't understand how it's possible. This scene is extremely creepy. It's very creepy and disturbing, but it's played off so goddamn well. I just can't understand how they've done it, but they've just done it. They freaking did it. I mean, I said it in the previous season, where the anime kind of lacked in visuals, the voice acting always kind of brought it back up. And I feel the same thing applies here. Because Edo Guy's character is extremely disturbing. He's a disturbing character in heart, but the way he's portrayed and the way he's actually voiced and the way he's actually kind of written changes that completely. I actually really do enjoy how they've actually kind of portrayed Edo Guy's character. Because I mean, yeah, he's a very uniquely disturbing character, which has actually really kind of possessed that whole entire thing about him. His opening is so freaking good as well. I love it. There he is, lads! There he is, my boy. It's my boy. Also, Koito's in the opening as well, which actually is very interesting. They even put Tanagaki's chest in it as well, which makes me absolutely happy. Tanagaki's chest is amazing. Oh man, it's actually one of the best parts of the whole entire manga as well. But yeah, Koito's in the opening as well, which is very interesting. So probably gonna get like 14 volumes adapted, I think, at this point, because I think Koito like gets introduced in volume 10, if I remember correctly. There he is. There he is. So I'm guessing they're already there then, because there's a bit in between. So I wonder if actually we'll get that as an OVA, I guess. I mean, I hope so, because that part of the manga is actually really good as well. Oh man, he's so hot. He is so hot. It's beyond belief. I mean, it actually was a cool shot, to be honest, that just then. It actually was a quite cool shot. Oh man, even seeing my husband hurt again, it hurts my heart. Every single time he actually puts his hair back, my life is saved. I swear. Oh my god, they actually are adapting it. No freaking way. They've done the bear suit. The iconic moment has actually been adapted. I can't believe it. Sorry, it was the upper moment. Look how beautiful he is when he smiles, though. He's so beautiful when he smiles. Oh man, we actually are getting this as well. We're getting this as well. Also very glad I actually kept that line in as well. They kept that line in as well. I love Edo guy so much. He's so great. There's too many good Orgatas in this one episode as well. There's way too many good Orgatas in this one episode. Don't hurt my poor boy. Stop hurting my poor boy. Also boys as well. Boys as well. Christ, so many police cars on my road today as well. I do apologise for the amount of police cars going down my road today. I don't know what's going on. This is what I mean about his character. His character is kind of tragic in a way because let's face it, the whole entirety of the relationship between Surumi and Edo guy has been kind of comedic, but it's actually got a kind of a very, very like kind of sentimental like thing undercurrent going through it. It's a sentimental thing. No, a sentimental undercurrent going through it because he did actually in theory save him from the life he was living beforehand. It's one of those things that I appreciate the relationship because of it. Because he did in theory save him from a place he was in before. Mainly because of it. So it's actually kind of sad that we see him go. At least my boy's fine. At least my boy's fine. It's okay. He's fine. And the other boys are fine as well. Hey, big boy's here. The big man himself is here, boys. Oh, I miss this guy so much. This anime is so magical. It's so magical. I love it so much. Ah! There's the other moment. Sorry if I do apologize if I shout a bit too much. It's just... It's a reflex. It was also because I read the manga as well. So I always know the good moments of Ogata. Oh, yeah, boy! The man's here. The man's here. Oh, they've actually adapted it. Oh. Oh. Oh my, they actually adapted it. They adapted the Last Supper scene. It's a very fascinating. It's actually a very fascinating part of the whole entire manga because it actually gives away the actual real culprit and the actual real betrayal of the whole entire group. It's a very crucial part of the whole entirety of the subsequent part of the manga. He's so beautiful. He's so beautiful. Oh, great episode, my boys. Great episode. Actually, was really freaking good. I mean, yeah, it's very quite fast paced when you think about it, because if you read the manga, you actually do realize there are certain things that it kind of goes relentless pace, but I think it's still kind of good on its own. I still think it's fantastic just on its own as an anime. If you catch my drift, it's one of those things that I've always appreciated as just an anime because it's really freaking good. But I still can't believe it actually adapted like most of the things. I didn't think that actually would adapt 100% because it was actually really freaking well done. Half the things actually put into this episode. It's one of those things that I really did appreciate what they did because they did certain things really well done. I mean, yeah, the animation was kind of hit and miss here and there, but again, it's not one of those things I tend to actually kind of concentrate too much unless it actually completely destroys the experience. Unless it completely just destroys what the scene's actually trying to do, then it doesn't really matter to me. But no, it was a brilliant episode. It actually was one of those episodes that really kind of sets up the rest of the whole entire narrative and this idea of the fake skins. And also the fact is that now you kind of do see a dynamic between the characters with characters you never thought you actually see a dynamic between. That's the kind of other major thing this actual anime does now. The manga does it as well, but the anime does it quite often now. It's the fact that you will get a dynamic between characters you always thought could not be possible. And I think for that reason it's actually really well done as well, because you have a group of people you didn't think would be together basically. Which is actually one of the best things about this whole entire anime as well. It's the fact now you actually will see characters you didn't think would be together. But yeah, I mean, going back to Edogai's character is very interesting because he, as I said beforehand, he's a deeply disturbing character, but at the same time, how they play him off is brilliant because he's kind of one of those characters who's got a deeply unsettling kind of personality to him, but he's basically a human character. He's completely normal. He's not. He's kind of insane, but he's an ordinary person by any standards. And he's uniquely tragic as well, because as I said beforehand, I think I said it last week, is the fact that you see the reason why he loves Surumi so much, because Surumi saves him. He was living in a rut beforehand. He actually couldn't get out of a rut with his parents, and that shot at the end of episode 13 liberated him from that whole entire life he was living. You actually do really in theory see the appreciation he actually does have for Surumi, and you actually do get appreciation for his character and their relationship as well, because you actually kind of get the idea that he is his savior in a way. He's a person that actually kind of helped him. It's actually kind of sad to see him go this early on, because he's a character who was saved by Surumi, who otherwise wouldn't think would save him in a way, because it wasn't really a kind of it wasn't like, oh, he swooped in and just picked him up out of danger. No, it wasn't that at all. It was kind of a very character-driven kind of saving, and I thought it was really well done. But it's kind of sad to see him go, because he's a fantastic character. He's one of those characters I would love to see kind of carry on for a little while longer and actually kind of be with Surumi once again, because you do really get to see the depths of their relationship once if they actually would have carried on. But alas, you cannot actually have that in Golden Kamuy sometimes. But yeah, I mean, it's just a really interesting kind of idea that actually kind of went with his character. I thought it was actually really well done. I think it's actually one of the best parts of the whole entire manga that I read so far, because it was kind of uniquely tragic. It was kind of, yeah, it was comedic. It was kind of one of those things that was funny, but it had that kind of separate mentality behind it. That really did add a lot more depth to his whole entire character. He feels like any other character in this manga, but he's more than that. He's a lot more than that. I actually kind of do appreciate him for that reason. So it's sad to see him go. But yeah, Edo Guy's fantastic. He's an amazing character. Surumi's even better, but we'll see more characters later on. But I mean, he was great. He was great. Much like every single character in Golden Kamuy, really. But yeah, the main takeaway of the whole entire episode really is the last upper scene. The last upper scene really is one of the major parts I want to talk about, because it actually is really fantastic. That whole entire scene was really well done, because it kind of it's basically the last supper painting. Is that whole entire painting done, but we're Golden Kamuy characters instead, and it's the one crucial detail that is actually the most important part of the whole entire painting. Is where Kyoranke is sitting. Kyoranke is actually sitting in can't speak. He's actually sitting in Judas' position. Judas is the person who portrays Jesus. So you kind of get the whole entire idea. They're searching for the person who's going to portray Atinapa. You actually kind of get at that very one point that Kyoranke actually is the person who's going to portray Atinapa, because he is sitting in Judas' actual position, which then kind of alleviates the kind of stress you do in theory feel towards Shirashi's character, because Shirashi's been portrayed to be the actual antagonist in the group, but in theory, no, he's not. He's not that at all. He's basically any ordinary character in that group. I actually quite like him for that reason, because he's been portrayed to be the antagonist, but in theory, no, he's not. He's any other ordinary character in the group. It's actually kind of interesting now that you actually do in theory get to see that Kyoranke actually is the betrayer of the group, and that actually it makes you kind of wonder what's going to happen. How's he going to betray him? We don't know, because there's a lot more we don't know about him just yet. We actually need to know about him until we actually get a definite answer to what he's actually going to do, because you just don't know you don't know anything about him really. He's kind of very under wraps, and for that reason, it actually adds a lot more intrigue to the whole entire plot, because you get that whole entire idea that he is the betrayer, but you don't know how he's going to betray him. And I actually quite like him for that reason, and the reason why he's betraying them at the same time. So yeah, I mean, it was just a really interesting reason. It's a really interesting episode for that reason. Just I really loved that whole entire painting, how they did it, because it's actually really well done. It's very subtle in how it's done. It's a complete throwaway kind of thing, but once you actually look deeper into it, it's very crucial to the whole entire plot of Golden Kamuy. I actually really do like it for that reason. It's a complete throwaway scene, but it's really important. We'll look deeper into the actual scene itself. But yeah, I mean, also the other interesting thing is Atinapa is actually sitting in Jesus' position as well. It actually is quite interesting, because it's one of those things that it kind of presents Atinapa to be the saviour. You want to actually wonder what's going to happen there. So we actually probably see later on what that actually does in theory mean. But yeah, I mean, man, it's just really sad to see Edo Guy go, really. I liked him so much. I really did appreciate him. But yeah, I mean, you actually do in theory get to see his lasting impression of the whole entire plot. Again, he's not a throwaway character. He's not anyone that you could just toss us to the side and actually forget about him. forget about him completely, because no, he's not that. He's someone with a crucial kind of importance to the plot. Jesus Christ, my throat. He actually is a very crucial crucial piece of the puzzle of this plot. I actually quite like how they did that, because he's a character in two episodes, but he has a really lasting impression the whole entire plot. I really actually like that about him. But I mean, yeah, it's actually now what's going to happen with Surumi's character, what's going to happen, because now we have fakes in circulation, so it's kind of one of those things of what's going to happen, because you completely throw off characters in this manga now, in this anime as well, because you have no idea what's the real and what's the fake one, unless you actually kind of find the convicts themselves. If you find this random skin lying around, you can think to yourself, oh, I found a skin, but in theory it can be a fake. So that whole entire thing adds so much more to the whole entire plot, actually a lot more urgency to the whole entire plot as well, because you don't really know what's going to happen next. You don't really know what's actually going to, who actually has the fake ones, who has the real ones, you just don't know. It's one of those things that it just adds so much more to the whole entire plot. I just like how they actually did that, because it's just one of those things that Surumi's now got an advantage, a major advantage really, when you think about it. But yeah, I mean, animation was kind of alright as during the end of the stream. It was alright. It wasn't fantastic. It wasn't anything I could say, oh, it was terrible. It was fine. It was fine. It mattered. It hit most when it mattered, and actually just what I appreciate most about the whole entire thing. It hit when it needed to. It's actually just fantastic because of it. But yeah, I mean, that's really it for today with Golden Kamuy. So as always, if you have enjoyed this whole entire stream on Twitch, then do leave a follow, because indeed it does help me quite a bit. If you have enjoyed it here on YouTube and you do want to leave a like, then do leave a like, because indeed it does help me quite a bit. If you have enjoyed it here on YouTube and you do want to stay that little bit longer, then do the sub, because indeed it does help me quite a bit. And if you want to stay that ever bit longer and actually find out when these streams go live and other streams I do as well, then do follow me on Twitter, because you will know when these streams go live and any other streams I do as well. And if Twitter is not your thing, then join my Discord server as well, because you'll find out when these streams go live and any other streams I do. And also everything's actually every single link's actually in the description, so everything's down there, so do not worry about it. Until next time with some more Golden Kamuy, I will see you guys later. Bye for now.